and welcome to another exciting teaching topic from the Early Childhood Commission. My name is Derek Rounds, and you can call me Uncle Derek, and I'm from the Shorted United Early Childhood Development Center. Thank you for joining us, and we're going to have a wonderful time learning today with our 4-year-olds. Today we have another exciting topic, and we're going to be talking about emotions. Have you ever heard that word? Okay, emotions. So that has to do with how we feel. And so we're going to be talking to each other today. How do you feel? All right. And so if you hear that word and you don't know what it means, now you know emotion means how you feel. And we're going to be talking about how we feel now. And maybe we can also talk about how we'd like to feel later if we don't like how we're feeling now. Great. And so we have a little song that we want to sing together. I want you to clap your hands and sing with me. Who's ready to go? Let's go. And this song is going to be sing to the tune If You're Happy and You Know It. A popular one that you should know. So let's go. If you're happy and you know it, show a smile. If you're surprised and you know it, say, oh my, oh my. If you're angry, don't be worried. Little Johnny will say sorry. If you're sad, let's go do the happy dance. Who like that one? All right, so we're going to try that one together again. Here we go. After 2, 1, 2. If you're happy and you know it, show a smile. If you're surprised and you know it, say, oh my, oh my. If you're angry, don't be worried. Little Johnny will say sorry. If you're sad, let's go do the happy dance. Great. Clap yourselves for joining and singing with that beautiful song. So in that song, what did you hear? Or what were some of the words you heard in that song? All right. So the first part of the song says, if you're happy and you know it, show a smile. So if you are feeling happy right now, you're going to show a smile. How will we know that you're smiling? By looking at your face. So when we look at your face, it will tell us how you are feeling. Let me see if I can do the happy face by putting on a smile. Yeah, so usually when people smile, we see teeth. Right. So that tells that we are feeling happy, feeling good and energetic and ready to take on the day. But not all the times we are feeling happy. And that is quite okay, because there are different times that will cause us to feel different ways, and that's perfectly okay. All right. So if you're feeling sad today, don't worry. Maybe while we are learning with each other, you will become a happy person. Or maybe if you don't become happy right now, a little later, something may happen and cause you to feel happy. All right. What if you're feeling angry? Anybody feeling angry right now? How do you look when you're angry? Let me see if I can show what an angry face looks like. Whoa, you like seeing that face? Me neither. I prefer the smiley one. Right, but it's okay if you're feeling angry, okay? We can talk about why you're feeling angry, and maybe after we're finished talking about why you're feeling angry, then you may become happy. All right, and there are different ways that we also feel that I didn't just speak about, but we can talk about some of those as we go on. All right, and we're going to talk about some of the reasons why people are happy, sad, angry. How about surprised, or maybe even feeling afraid? How do you feel when you're afraid, and how do you show that you're afraid? This is how I show that I am afraid. I want to take myself away and go and hide. When I'm surprised, maybe I put my hands above my head. Do you know to put your hands above your head? Means your hands are going to go up, up, up. Maybe you're going to put your hands over your eyes to show that you're surprised. Why would you be surprised? Oh, maybe something happened that you didn't expect to happen. And so you're surprised about it. How about showing you some of my cards that I have? And then you're going to tell me what these faces look like. And then we can talk about why these faces look the way they do. How about that? Excellent. So here's my first card. There you go. What's happening on this card? So we have a face, and by looking at the face, we can tell how this person feels. Let's give this face a name. So this is Johnny. And so we can say, how is Johnny feeling? And we can make a sentence about how Johnny is feeling. So how would we be able to tell how Johnny is feeling? Well, we can describe what his face looks like. And I'm seeing teeth, which means Johnny is smiling. So there's a word below. Remember earlier we say above, which is to go up. Now there's a word below Johnny's face, and below means under. So here's the word Happy. So up, happy. So we can say Johnny is happy. Let's try that again. Remember your H sound. Johnny is happy. Excellent. So let's see what other face we have to show. So our first face, or the first feeling that we saw on that picture, was telling us that Johnny is feeling happy. Let's see if this person is feeling as Johnny was feeling, or if this person is feeling a different way. Do you think so? All right, so what name could we give to this face? Great, so let's say this is Pam. How is Pam feeling today? Do we have a sister by the name of Pam? Or if you have a sister any at all, or a brother, you could ask them, what if you see them looking like this, you could say, why do your face look like that? How are you feeling? Okay, and then maybe that person is going to say, somebody took away my toy. Oh, so if somebody took away your toy, how would you feel? Great. So Pam is feeling. Okay, let's learn that word that's below Pam's face. This is a quick one that we can get. S-A-D, and we can make our letter sounds. S says S, A says A, and D says D. So just like we do puzzle, we can connect those sounds. Put the sounds together. S, A, D, S, A, D. Pam is sad. Wonderful. So how do you look when you are sad? Let me see if I can do the sad face. Right. Why am I feeling that way? Because something happened that I did not like, and so it causes me to show a sad face. So we looked at sad, we looked at happy. Let's try another one. Now, before I show you this face, have you ever gotten a gift that you didn't expect? Right, so it's celebration time, and Christmas is coming up in December, and some people are looking forward to some beautiful gifts. And so one day, when mommy or daddy came home, they brought something beautiful, but they didn't show it to you at the same time. But a little later in the night while you were sleeping, they carefully wrapped it. And in the morning when you got up, mommy just came up to you and said, who want to say this word for me? Surprise! Right. So let's look at this face and talk about how this person feels. So let's say this is this a girl's face or a boy's face? Looks like a girl's face to me. What do you say? Right, so it's a girl's face. So we need another name for this girl's face. So let's say this is Sheila. So Sheila is feeling surprised. Why would she be feeling surprised? Something happened that she didn't expect. As we said earlier, maybe she got a toy that she wanted so much, and finally She always wanted a bicycle. And one day when she came from school, she saw a bicycle next to her bed. And she said, wow, who bought this for me? So she was surprised. And we have different times when we are surprised. Now, sometimes we can be surprised in a happy way, and sometimes we can be surprised in a sad way. So Sheila getting a bicycle would be a happy surprise. But what if Sheila went home and she saw mommy lying in the bed sick, and she left mommy quite happy before she went to school? So she would be sadly surprised about mommy not being well. All right, so when things happen that we don't expect, it causes us to show a surprise face. So we can be happy about the surprise, and sometimes we cannot be so happy about the surprise. But either way, it's fine, because we can get through the sad time just as though we are enjoying the happy time. Let's see if I have another one here. Wow, look at this one. So let's say this is Bob. And let's see if we can describe how Bob is feeling and to say why he's feeling this way. So Bob was playing with his beautiful toy truck, and suddenly John came on and just ran and grabbed up Bob's truck and ran away with it, and left Bob all alone, standing with a face looking like this. Let's look below and see what word is below Bob's face. We learned that A says A. Now here's another letter here. N, which says N. G, G, R, R. All right, and the Y at the end. So Bob is angry. How is Bob feeling? Bob is feeling angry because he wants to run after Johnny to get back his toy truck. And so he puts on an angry face. And some people may say, I feel mad. I feel angry and vexed. Right. And so different things happen to cause us to feel different ways. And here's another card that I want us to look at. So people are afraid of different things. And here is a feeling of someone who is afraid. So some people, when they are walking on the road and a big truck is coming, they drop themselves like this and wait anxiously, hurriedly for that truck to quickly pass so that they can get back to their normal feeling of maybe they were feeling happy before, but this truck is coming and man, I'm feeling so afraid I wanted to get past quickly. Or some people are afraid of lizards. Are you afraid of insects like lizard? Yes. And so you see the lizard climbing above the window and you say, Mommy, there is a lizard. And you became afraid. But as soon as that lizard goes out, you are happy. All right. And so those are some of the different feelings that we can, listen to this word now, that we can express. We express by showing. So it will be what others will see when they look on our faces. We express or we show the way we feel. So if you're happy and you know it, show a smile. If you're surprised and you know it, say, oh my. If you're angry, don't be worried. Little Johnny will say sorry. If you're sad, let's go do the happy dance. Great. So we're going to continue with our lesson about how we feel. And so I'll ask you today, how do you feel? Now, depending on how you are feeling, you will respond or answer in a sentence. I am feeling happy. I am feeling afraid. I am feeling angry. Yeah, when people are angry, they speak faster and their heart beats a little faster and they get so anxious. I am feeling surprised and I'm smiling because I'm surprised in a happy way. I got something that I always wanted. Or is it I am feeling sad because I woke up this morning and my head hurts and that makes me feel sad. Right. Great. So, who loves Christmas? Great. I do. Christmas is my favorite time of the year. My favorite type of celebration where I look forward to my sorrel drink and my Christmas cake, and I look forward to all these wonderful things, and my family members are coming over and we're going to have baked chicken and all these lovely things. And so for me, my Christmas time is a happy time. And usually most people enjoy Christmas time. All right, knowing every time, not everybody will be happy. There are others who may be sad. And if we are happy, we can try to make somebody who is sad also become happy by sharing with that person, by talking to the person, asking that person, why are you feeling sad? And we can do different things to help those persons to be as happy as we are, because we are supposed to be taking care of each other. And so if I am sad, maybe when mommy comes later, I will become happy. Or if you are sad, we can share with each other and I can make you become a happy person. All right, so there are different things that will cause us to feel different ways. Different things can cause you to be sad. So if somebody take away something from you, you're not going to be happy about that. You're going to be sad. If somebody does something to you that you do not like, then you're going to be sad. All right? And so we can talk to each other to make sure that we are taking good care of each other, because I want everybody to be happy. What do you say about that? Great. I would like all of us to be happy. But as much as I want that to happen, there are times when you may not be happy. But it's okay to be sad. It's okay to be angry as long as you don't hurt yourself or hurt another person. Because sometimes when people get angry, they could hurt themselves, they could hurt others, okay? So if somebody is sad, tell them, don't hurt yourself. It's okay. Very soon, you're going to become a happy person. All right? So I have some cards here that we looked at earlier. There are some other ones that we could look at. So here's another one. This one says, Johnny is nervous. So while I was driving on the road this morning, a big truck came by my car and the noise was so loud I started to shake. I became nervous, but as soon as the truck passed, I was okay again. Here is this one, VEX. Ever felt like this before? This one says, I am vexed. Maybe it can be like I'm sad, okay, because if I'm sad, then I can become vexed. So if I am vexed, it means something happened to me that I did not like. Maybe somebody did something to me, or I'm just feeling that. I just wake up and I just feel as if I'm not happy at all. I'm feeling vexed. So here's another one we can look at as well. So I went to mommy and said, Mommy, I want a pack of sweet today. And mommy said, go and sit. And that made me feel embarrassed. Because guess what? My friend Johnny was right there and he heard everything. And so I felt embarrassed, or I could say I felt ashamed. So I held my head down like this and I walked away. Sometimes people can be embarrassed if people do things to them that they do not like, they're not happy about. I can be shy. So I'm seeing this person for the first time and I don't feel like I want to share my name. Or I take a long time before I started talking to this person because I was feeling shy. So these are some other ways that we feel at times, all right? Now, I'm going to be doing some counting, and I'm going to count in the feelings that we looked at first. And you're going to count with me. And I'm going to put them in the order that we started. So the first one we did was happy. Do you remember that one? Then we did sad. Then we did surprise. I hope I'm correct. Then we did afraid. Then we did angry. And if I'm not correct, you said the teacher, you mix them up. That's fine. It can be in any order. All right. So let's count how many of these I have in my hands. Counting with me. 1. Great. Good counting. 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Clap yourselves for doing that. Now, we could hold up one hand. Can you do that? Let me put away the other hand so you don't see any at all. All the fingers on one hand are 5. Is that so? I'm going to use my other hand to take down these fingers one at a time, and we're going to be counting together. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I close all of them like this, then I open. So on one hand, I have 5 fingers. All right. Now, how many days do we go to school? Yes, I know right now we are at home having school. But when school opens on a normal basis, we go to school 5 days of the week. Am I correct? Let's see if that is true. So we go to school Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. See, how many did I get? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 5 days. So let's clap 5 times. So you're going to get your hands together like this, and we're going to be doing it together. So hold your hands close to each other, and we're going to clap 5 times. While we are clapping, we're also counting. So we'll be hearing the 5 sounds, and we'll be saying the 5 numerals. We're going to begin after 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. Now we can also do it a little faster. Can you go a little faster? Great. So go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's see what these numeral looks like. So we said 1. Can somebody tell me what 1 looks like? Describe numeral 1. Is it round? Is it from the top going to the bottom? Is it across? Great. So numeral 1 goes from the top and comes straight down. Let's see if this looks like what we just described. Does it? Great. So here goes numeral 1. How about numeral 2? How do we describe numeral 2? Or can we use our finger to make the shape of numeral 2? Yes, we can. Let's look at it first. So we could go halfway round, down, and across. Let's try that. Halfway around, down, and across. That's numeral 2. How many are left? We have gone 2. Great. We have 3 to go until we get to numeral 5. Here is numeral 3. And we can still use our finger to make this shape of numeral 3. Halfway around at the top and halfway around at the bottom. Let's try that again. Halfway around at the top, halfway around at the bottom. Now you could use your crayons to make these numerals. You could also use Play-Doh like I have here to make these numerals. Let's go to the next numeral. Numeral 4. Great. So numeral 4 Start at the top, down, across, in the middle, and down. Let's try that again. Start at the top, down, across, in the middle, and down. And that gives us our numeral 4. And the final one to go is Mr. Numeral 5 with 2 big eyes at the top. I wonder how numeral 5 is feeling today. Maybe you could tell me, is he feeling surprised? Is he a happy numeral 5? Is he a sad numeral 5? Is numeral 5 feeling afraid? Okay, whatever answer you give me, that's quite fun. So here goes numeral 5, across, down, and around. Let's try that one more time. Across, down, and around. So these are our 5 numerals. Numeral 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we could put a numeral for each of these faces. So we could say numeral 1 is happy. Numeral 2 is sad. So I'm putting a face to each numeral. Numeral 3 is feeling surprised. Christmas party coming up, surprise party. Numeral 4 is feeling afraid because numeral 4 doesn't like lizard and there's one very close by. And numeral 5 is angry. Somebody troubled numeral 5's friend and he's very angry about that. All right, great job. Clap yourselves for counting, and we match a face to a numeral. All right, and we can do other fun things with our numerals, right? So let's say you have 4 marbles. John has 4 marbles, which is 4. Let me put them right here. And Mary gave him another marble. Here goes now. 4 marble and 1 marble make how many? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. See how kind of fun with our numerals? So 4 marbles and 1 marble make 5 marbles. What about if mommy gave you 2 dumplings in your dinner? And because you enjoy the meal so much, you ask mommy for 3 more dumplings. Can you eat so much? You shouldn't be eating so much, you're a 4-year-old. But maybe they are very small, don't it? Yeah, they are very small. So you could eat 5 of those. So 3 dumplings. Let's find our numeral 2. And mommy gave you 2 more because you enjoy them so much. So we could say 3 dumplings and 2 dumplings make how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. So 3 and 2 make, see that? 3 and 2 make 5. What if you got 4 cherries? Let's try that one. 4 cherries. And you went in the kitchen and you saw another cherry. So we can say 4 cherries and 1 cherry make 5 cherries. Is that true? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 and 1 make 5. We can do that in a little song, don't we? 4 and 1 make 5. And we could say 3 and 2 make 5. And we could say 1 and 4. So if we say 4 and 1, 1 and 4, it means the same thing. Look at this. So here's my 4 and 1. And I can switch them around and say 1 and 4. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. So how are you feeling today? Right. Great. I hear somebody saying, I am feeling happy. And I hear somebody say, I am feeling sad because too much work. But that's fine, right? You'll get help with the work and you'll do just fine. So let's do our song now. If you're happy and you know it, show a smile. Let me see that smile. If you're surprised and you know it, say, oh my, oh my. If you're angry, don't you worry. Little Johnny will say sorry. If you're sad, let's go do the happy dance. If you're happy and you know it, show a smile. All right, so we're going to be taking a break and we'll be right back. See you in a few minutes. Welcome back to our exciting topic about emotions. You remember that word we said earlier? Emotions. Great. How we feel. And so we're going to continue talking about the way we feel and doing activities to express the way we feel. Remember that word express means to show. Who remembers the song that we did earlier? Great. Let's go to do our song one more time. If you're happy and you know it, show a smile. If you're surprised and you know it, say, oh my. If you're angry, don't you worry. Little Johnny will say sorry. If you're sad, let's go do the happy dance. Let's do it one more time as we get in the rhythm. One more time. If you're happy and you know it, show a smile. If you're surprised and you know it, say, oh my. If you're angry, don't you worry. Little Johnny will say sorry. If you're sad, let's go do the happy dance. Great, clap yourselves. Wonderful. So, I don't know how you were feeling before we went for our break. But if you were sad, I hope you are feeling happy now. And if you're still feeling sad, I still hope you feel happy soon. All right, great. So let's go back to some of the faces that we looked at, right? So do you remember what this face is? Great, happy face. And look at my face. Yeah, I'm feeling super happy today. Remember this one? Sad. Right. Do you remember this one? Yay, I got my bicycle. I'm surprised. I popped my eyes wide open to show that I'm surprised. And remember when the lizard was walking, crawling by, how it made me feel? Afraid. So I curl up like a little ball, waiting anxiously for this lizard to go away. I was feeling afraid. And Johnny took away my truck while I was having so much fun. And that made me feel hungry. But I'm not going to hurt Johnny, you know. I'm not going to hurt him. I'm not going to hit him. I'm not going to kick him. I'm going to tell his mommy and let his mommy deal with it, all right? Because I'm not going to fight him. That wouldn't be right. So I'm going to learn how to deal with my feelings. So if I feel angry, I don't want to hurt another person. I want to control my feelings. So I take care of myself and I take care of others. Look what I have in my hand. What does this look like? Maybe you have something like this at home, right? Maybe you have a box, or if you don't have a box, we could learn how to make one. So you could use cardboard, and we're going to be cutting pieces. All the pieces are going to be the same size because we're going to be putting them together to make a die. And then when we finish making our die, we're going to be, what's happening to the die? Great, rolling our die. And what's going to happen? Each side it falls on, we're going to observe and see what side that is, and then we're going to demonstrate. You ever heard that word before? Demonstrate means we're going to be doing what we see. So let's see what's going to happen now. So here's my die, and I want each face of this die to show a different feeling. So one part of my die is going to be feeling angry. One part of my die is going to be feeling afraid. Another part of my die is going to be feeling surprised. Another part is going to be sad, and so on. And so we're going to be having fun rolling our die and demonstrating, showing the different feelings that we see or the different feeling that the die will fall on. So let me get my papers now, and you could make this with me while you are at home. So even if you don't have a box or a cardboard, we could even use our Play-Doh. All right, so we could use our Play-Doh to make the square shapes and make our die. So I'm going to be using this cutting tool. Do you know the name of this cutting tool? Great, a pair of scissors. Now, be careful with the scissors now, boys and girls. Make sure you use the child-friendly one, which means it doesn't have sharp edges. All right, so that you are safe. And when you are cutting, you have to be extremely careful because you may be so happy, but if you have an accident, that may change the way you feel. So if I accidentally cut my finger, I am going to be sad. I may even cry. So I'm going to try not to hurt myself. So here goes now. I am cutting away my paper to get my happy face. And I'm going to be putting my happy face on one of the faces of my die. And then I'm going to be doing the others as well. So you could do it along with me. Get your scissors, your child-friendly scissors with no sharp edges, and cut away on your paper. If you don't have these printed like I do, you could get your crayons and you could draw your faces. So here goes. We could use a circle for the face, yes? And small circles for the eyes. Look at this. So you could draw the way you feel, or you could draw the different feelings to go on your die. So this would be what? Great, a happy face. So if you don't have this pretty drawing like I do, you can use your hands. And yours may even look more beautiful than mine because you are good artists, don't it? Great. So let me continue cutting my happy face, right? And I'm going to be pasting. Now we can use different things to paste our happy face or sad face on the die. We can use glue, washable glue, which means when you're finished, it doesn't stick to our hand. We can get it off by washing with water. All right, or we could use our tape, which I will be doing today. So let me see if I can find the end of this tape. Sometimes it's difficult to find the end of these tape in the boys and girls, but let's hope it's not difficult. Great. I seem to find it quickly today. Wonderful. That made me happy, don't it? All right. So here's my happy face, and I'm going to be using my tape so that it doesn't fall from my die, because I want when I roll my die, my feelings remain, it doesn't fall off. So I'm going to be putting the tape on my die and on my face. Then I will cut the part of the tape that I no longer need, because I have to keep cutting and pasting each time until I am finished. Let me see how quick I can do it. Now, if you can't go as quickly as I do, it is fine. Even if I'm finished and you're not finished, you can continue making your feelings die. What we call this die? Our feelings die. So here goes, I have pasted my first feeling. Why did I choose to paste this one though? Maybe because this is how I'm feeling right now. Very happy. So let's go to another one quickly. Right, so I'm going to paste this one next. Remember when they took away my toy truck? I was angry, I was vexed. All right, so I'm putting up that one. So I'm using my safety scissors to cut away. And I'm going to make sure that the word is there as well, so that while we are looking at the picture, boys and girls, we can also read the words. Remember now, you can all read, right? Because you know your letters and the sounds that they make. And just like we fit puzzles together, we can fit letter sounds together and we can hear the word coming out. It may not work for all of the words, but it will work for a lot of the words. And it will do for this one. V-E-X. We can say V says V, E says X. Short E sound, and X gives us the sound. So I am feeling vexed. Let's go. So I'm pasting my next feelings on my feelings die. And after we're finished, then we're ready to play a game and to roll our die and to demonstrate how we feel. So I'm going 2. Let me see if I can go a little faster. I'm going now to another one. Look at this one now, boys and girls. This one, S-A-D. Remember, we're reading as well. So S says S. The short A sound says A. And the D sound says D. So we put those 3 sounds together. S, A, D, S, A, D, S, A, D. And we hear the word coming out. The word is sad. Great. See, I tell you, you could read it. Reading is fun and it's not difficult. All right. So here now I'm pasting my sad face on my feelings die. I hope you're doing yours as well. Remember now, if you're not going as quickly as I do, then it's perfectly fine. Okay, you can finish up later if yours is not complete, like mine will be. But I want to finish mine so that we can see what it looks like and so we can also play the game. So I have sad, happy, vexed. Still have a few to go. Let me go now to this one. This one says afraid. Remember that lizard that we were not happy about? So let me cut away now my feelings. That shows that I am afraid. I am afraid. I am afraid. You know, sometimes when you feel afraid, you don't get to say it so pretty in the English sentence, you know. Sometimes when people are afraid, me afraid. That's okay. All right. And when we get more settled, we can say, I am afraid. Or we could talk about how we felt sometime before by saying, I was afraid. All right. Whoa, where the end of my tape gone? Okay, let's go, let's go. So we're going to be pasting out our feelings that says, I am afraid. Trying to find what my end of my tape was. And girls, remember I said that sometimes this can be difficult to find. Oh, don't tell me I'm going to become sad. Oh, there you go. I'm finding it. Right. And it's not coming off so nicely, no boys and girls, but I'm going to still use it the best way I can so that it sticks. All right. So this one says, I am afraid. Ever feel like this before? Me too. Sometimes I'm afraid. And I'm still finding it difficult to find the end of my tape, but I'm getting it, I'm getting it. I'm not going to make it get me get sad. See that? See, by trying sometimes you can change the way you feel. Because if I'm not finding the end of my tape, that can make me sad. But I said I'm going to keep trying. I'm not going to make that make me become sad. So by trying and trying, I was successful at finding the end of my tape. And I'm still all smart. See that? Now I'm going to hold the end of my tape so I don't lose it again. So now I have afraid. Is there another that I should put up there? Great. This one says, remember when we went home and we saw that new bicycle? Whoa, we surprised, we jump up. My head almost touched the roof. How surprised I was. So that shows that I was surprised about something that happened. I didn't expect it. And it happened, so I became surprised. So I'm now cutting my surprise feeling to go on our feelings die. And then after we have pasted all the feelings, then it's time to demonstrate. Remember that word? To show what the faces 2. So here I'm now pasting my surprise face. And I'm using my safety scissors to cut away so that we can all see what happens here. One more piece to go. Right. And remember, keep working at yours. If you're not finished, that's fine. I don't want anybody to become sad as the teacher finished before mine. No, you'll get time to finish up yours, all right? But I do mine quickly so that we can have fun together. And then when you are finished making yours, you can play with your mommy, your daddy, your brother, your sister, everybody in the family. And everyone can express how he or she feels, all right? And we can help each other to become happy if they are not feeling happy. So here's my feelings now, all right? So I am afraid. I am happy. I am vexed. I am surprised. Ready to roll? So we're going to be rolling now, and then whichever side it falls on, I'm going to be showing that to you, and we're going to identify and describe how that person feels. And maybe we could even talk about why the person feels that way. So here goes. I'm going to roll. It falls on this side. Remember this word? S-A-D. Great. Sad. John is feeling sad. Why? John is not feeling well today. So maybe we can cheer up John by saying, okay, John, you're going to be feeling better a little later. Make some tea for John. All right, let's do another roll. Let's see which one we get. Oh, this time we get afraid. And we go back to that lizard. Yeah, feeling afraid. And so, boys and girls, you can keep practicing, sharing with each other, and enjoying yourselves. And remember now, it doesn't matter how you feel, it is okay. If you're happy and you know it, show a smile. If you're surprised and you know it, say, oh my. If you're angry, don't you worry. Little Johnny will say sorry. If you're sad, let's go do the happy dance. Great. Now, boys and girls, I've put away my feelings there because I'm going to do another interesting thing that you will enjoy. I'm going to be sharing a story with you. Who likes story? Me too, teacher. Yeah, somebody. Me too, teacher. Yeah. Stories are wonderful. They help us to develop our listening skills. They help us to be able to speak in standard English and to speak in sentences, and they help us to think what will happen next. All right. So if you want to hear my story, sit and listen. Sit and listen for the story time. If you want to hear my story, sit and listen. Listen for the story time. Hear that good. If you want to hear the story, sit and listen. Sit and listen. Sit and listen. If you want to hear the story, sit and listen. It is story time. Now we're talking about celebrations. And in December, we're going to be having a wonderful celebration called Christmas. And sometimes people say, what is the meaning of Christmas? So today, we're going to be sharing a story about Mary. Mary, who had a beautiful baby called Jesus. So a long, long time ago, there was a lady whose name was Mary. And it was said that Mary will have a baby boy. Now, when people heard that, can you imagine how they felt? Some people were shocked. We didn't hear that one earlier. It could be the same as surprise. Shock. What? Mary's going to have a baby boy? I can't believe that. And the news went around into the city that Mary will be having a baby boy. And also, they learned that the name of this baby is going to be Jesus. And some person said, Jesus? Why did they call him Jesus? I wonder why. But let's listen to what happened to Mary as she prepared to have her baby boy, Jesus. And so before Mary knew that she was going to have a baby, she got a visit. Have you ever gotten a visit from a family that came from America or Canada? And when they came, how you felt? Wow, that's my Auntie Donna, Uncle John. You were surprised. So angels visited Mary, and the angel said to Mary, "Blessed are thee among women." They were saying that you are a special woman and you have been chosen to have a special baby boy. And his name shall be called Jesus, because he's going to be doing something great. He's going to save the entire world. How would you feel if you heard that somebody's going to born and that person is going to do something great for you? I would feel happy about that as well. But when the angels told Mary that news, you can imagine how she felt. Mary was, let me see if I can find my surprised face quickly. Mary was surprised. Maybe she put her hand over her mouth and maybe she said, "Me going to have a baby? That can never happen." But the angel said to Mary, "Be not afraid." Remember this one? Because they knew that Mary would become afraid of such a news that she's going to have a baby. So the angel said to Mary, "Mary, do not be afraid." What were they saying to Mary? "You're going to be just fine. You're going to be okay. Do not worry. Everything will be okay, Mary." So maybe after they said that to Mary, she was not so sad, because if she became afraid, maybe she also be feeling a little sad because she doesn't know what's happening. So after saying that to her, maybe she's somewhat feeling a little more on the happy side, don't it? Maybe not extremely happy, but not as sad or afraid as she was before. So the news went out in the field, and Mary was now looking forward to this baby because she was surprised. She felt afraid, but the angels spoke to her, and maybe she's not so much afraid. But there were some other persons who heard that Mary will be having a baby. And there were some people who were called wise men. Now there was a special star that was in the air. Remember we talk about above, so the sky is above our heads. And these wise men followed the star. And when they followed the star is going to take them to a special place. I wonder what place that will be. Anybody feeling surprised? Or there's another feeling called, I'm feeling so shocked, or I'm in suspense because I'm wondering what will happen next. What will these wise men see, and what will happen when Mary finally have her baby? So the wise men are following the star, and the star will take them to the special place where Mary will be having her baby. Okay, so what? Where do people normally have their babies? Right, you were born in a hospital, right? Great, and you were born in a nice bed, comfortable bed, and mommy held you in her hand and rocked you back to sleep when you were awake. Great, but guess what? It was time for Mary to have her baby. But while Mary looked a nice hospital like you were born in to have her baby, all of the pretty hospitals were filled and there were no space. And so Mary had to go to a place where they keep animals in a stable. Can you imagine? To have her baby Jesus. And so when she got to that place, she realized that that place was filled with animals. Look at this quickly. But that's where she had to have her baby Jesus. And so here now, Mary had her wonderful baby, right? Wonderful baby in her arms. And so while when the baby was born, remember the wise men were following the star? Finally, they got to where baby Jesus was. And when they got there, they were extremely happy. They were extremely happy, right? And they found baby Jesus lying in a manger. And they brought gifts to baby Jesus. Now that made Mary feel happy because somebody came to visit baby Jesus. And so they brought 3 gifts: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And so Mary now could ride away with her baby Jesus, and she was very happy having had her baby Jesus. I hope you enjoyed that story. What was the name of the baby? Great, Jesus. And who had baby Jesus? Mary had baby Jesus. Who followed the star? The 3 wise men followed the star. And where was baby Jesus born? In the manger. So we thank you for listening to the story today. Thank you for sharing. And so we hope that you are feeling happy. And if you're feeling sad, you'll be able to say that. So remember now, no screen time for children 2 years and under. 1 hour per day for children 3 to 5 years. Remember to visit the Early Child Commission's website at www.ecc.gov.jm. And children, remember to wash those hands before you go to the bathroom, after the bathroom, before you eat. Have yourselves a wonderful day. See you next time.